Welcome to my channel, Organized with Joy. I'm Joy, and today I am going to be sharing another Thoughtful Thursday with you. So before I get into it, there's a couple things I wanted to say. First of all, I'm in a little bit of a new location. I'm still in my office filming, but this past weekend we got this sofa on Facebook Marketplace and it was only $95. It was so crazy, and when we went to look at it, we realized it was a single mom who was selling it, so I felt like it was too good of a deal, so we gave her a little bit more than $95, but still it was a really good deal. So let me know about this new setup. I thought maybe it looked a little bit more relaxed. I usually sit at my desk, but I thought maybe this way it would feel more like you're sitting across from me in my office. The other thing that I wanted to say before I started talking about the topic I wanted to talk about this week is please know that these Thoughtful Thursdays are just as much for me as they are for you. I frequently have to self-talk myself to remind myself of what is true and to fight some of the emotions I may have surrounding different topics. Basically, oftentimes we might know something in our head, but it's really hard to move things from your head down to your heart and truly believe them on a heart level. So I just wanted to put that out there before I talk today, just to let you know that I don't have it all figured out for sure. I'm just sharing with you some things that have helped me and my self-talk process. So the topic that I wanted to talk about this week is actually very connected to and related to last week's topic, which was finding time in your schedule to rest. And I can go ahead and link that video from last week up here in the cards and down in the description box so that you can go back and watch that one because they're definitely connected. So this week I wanted to talk about quietness. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because when I was thinking about rest last week, and I told y'all that I started to really allow basically noise creep back in on those Sundays when I had wanted to make that a day of rest. And this past Sunday, I did shut down all the social media and I spent more of the day reading and just praying and reading through the Bible and just contemplating things. And it made me realize how little quietness we have in our world today. The world is so noisy, and especially because of social media. We have basically a computer in our back pocket where we carry our phones around with us everywhere we go. And if you're anything like me, even at a stoplight for 15 seconds, I will look, I'll check my email, I'll check my notifications on my Instagram or on my YouTube channel. And I really feel like it gets to the point where it can be unhealthy. It definitely helps to have time set aside to rest, like I mentioned last week, because that will afford you the time to really sit in quietness and think. I think so many of us don't even want to experience quietness. We don't like to sit in quietness. We don't like to think about our lives and examine maybe some negative behaviors or some bad habits. I think it's easier to just ignore that and to just keep on keeping on in your life. But I wanted to encourage you to carve out that time of rest so that you can have that quietness, so that you can really examine your life and examine if the way you're living is the way you want to be living, and think about different habits that you might want to incorporate into your life, positive and healthy habits that will make you a stronger and healthier person. Cutting out the noise in our lives every once in a while just helps us to be able to self-reflect, and that is a very beneficial thing to do in your life. In addition to this, I think shutting off the noise every once in a while just gives your mind a break. I think so often we are just overwhelmed and inundated with all of the information and pictures and all the things. We're inundated with information because of the internet, because of social media. And sometimes we just need to shut that all off to kind of cleanse our brain palette, if you will. I truly believe it's in the quietness that I am most creative. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I am scrolling through social media or looking at Pinterest or looking at YouTube videos, it can cloud my creativity, and I can just start replicating what I'm seeing. For instance, in my home, it can be really easy to scroll through all these beautiful home pictures and just replicate and copy what they're doing. But instead, if I have quietness where I shut all that off, then I have the space to be creative and to come up with creative ideas for my own home that reflect my own style and my own unique personality. Lastly, and I mentioned this last week, I know that faith-based stuff doesn't resonate with everyone, but it is a part of my life, so I thought I would share. Lastly, I feel like quietness really draws me closer to God because it eliminates all of the world's noise and it allows me to really absorb God's truths, and it helps me to really reshift, refocus, so that I'm really living out of that, living out of what I know to be true from God's word, to be true about me, to be true about others, to be true about whatever, instead of listening to the world's ideas. And I truly believe this helps me to grow as a person when I'm becoming more like Christ. As always, I love to hear from you down in the comments, so please let me know down in the comments what you think about this idea of quietness. Do you feel like you have space in your day or in your week or even in your month where you have some quietness, where you can really evaluate your own life and think about things that you want to change? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. Well, thank you for watching my video today. I really appreciate it. I hope that it inspired you or encouraged you in some way today. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any future content. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.